Mic check, max spit stats like a tactician. Link breaking plays down, surging with precision. Scoob got the jokes, punchlines hitting crisp. Whole squad on the mic, call it audible blitz. Gritter and gospel. We the chapel of the huddle, global reach, Titan speak. Breaking every bubble from the turf to the booth. Knowledge stay colossal. Podcast the playbook, no room for apostle. Titans global, we break it, we mold it. Talking pigskin, the truth get unfolded. Max Link School, we the squad, we the code. Football mind sharp, taking you across the globe. Max drop gems, X's and O's like hieroglyphs. Link dissecting plays, no time for the myth. School keep it raw, laugh till you cry. Huddle up, Titans talk, no flag, let it fly. Every league, every player, we dissect the grind. From the draft to the field, future stars in line. Whistles blow, helmets clash, stories untold. We bring the heat like cleats burning through the cold.
From kickoff to OT, every snap's a tale. Global Titans, we prevail, never stale.
What's up, Titans fans, and welcome to another episode of Titans Global Podcast. I am your host, Maximus Titan Fan, and with me, as always, is my good buddy Link. What's up, bro?
What's going on, everybody? A little bit of a technical glitch there, but we are good to go here to talk Titans. Thanks for being with us. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Make sure to get in the comment section. We got new jerseys. We got new logos. We got new branding. It's basically a whole new Tennessee Titans team. A lot to get into. And I guess Scoob will get back and we'll get right into it.
What a better way to start the show, man.
Absolutely.
Glad to have you guys here. Scoob, let's get you back here, buddy. How you doing?
It's like a podcast ritual now, y'all.
Except for some reason,
will not
we
let
could
me hear you
on
guys when I
that
first come on.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh,
How you
man.
feeling tonight, Scoob? How you feeling tonight, man?
Can we not hear Max?
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we still can't hear.
I can't hear Max. I can hear you, Link.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, I got Max.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try it again.
All right.
Yeah, back out. We'll try it again. We'll get there.
We'll
get there.
Eventually, we'll get there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we got.
Tell
new
Max to
uniforms.
put it on CCC where I can read his words. Oh man.
Oh,
No,
man,
but
this is
but yeah,
great.
so New Jersey's had a reveal. What do we think? I mean, what are the initial reactions to the uniform? Obviously, we had leaks coming out. The plush toy ended up being real. Had the little logo, so redesigns there, new secondary logos. I guess let's start with the jerseys. What's first reaction overall? Love it, indifferent? How do we feel?
Let Max go first.
I absolutely love the white ones, man. The white ones just set it off for me. The blue ones are nice, don't get me wrong, but the whites are just where it's at for me. Super clean. Love the helmet. I feel like they
Just
kind of
let me know
missed
when
an
he's done.
opportunity there to go with the white, or I mean the blue or the red alternate on the face mask. But other than that, and the 6-string thing, man, it kind of got a little weird for me in the 6-string part. But other than that, fire, absolute fire in my opinion.
Yeah, to your point about the guitar strings, I like it on the helmet. The shoulder pads and the pants feels like a little extra to me. Scoob, what do you think? I know you like the guitar stripe, right?
Man, I love it. I think the uniform is fire, bro. I think we got the best uniform in the league, bro. I love it. I love the helmets.
You like the white more or the blue more? Both.
I can't pick. I mean, the white helmet is just sick. You know what I mean? I just love the guitar strings on the white helmet. I love the emblem. I love the white. I love everything about it, man.
So hold yours
great.
back up. Hold the helmet back up. Bring that up one more time. Oh, that's awesome. So the logo on the helmet I like. When it came out on the plush toy, I'll be honest, I was a little concerned. When you put it together on the helmet, it clicks a little bit better.
Oh, it looks so much better on the helmet. Yeah, it's sick.
Absolutely. Well, heck yeah. So Scoob was at the reveal. I think everybody has pretty much seen most of the videos come out now. So Scoob, like, give a quick rundown, I guess, first. What was the experience? What was the
well, you know, I'll start from the beginning. Me and my daughter, I brought my daughter with me, you know, because she's always my ride or die. She goes to a lot of the stuff with me. So I brought my daughter, and we're standing in line at about 45 minutes early, and there's already like 50 people in line. And while we're standing in line, I'm in my jumpsuit. You know, I got my mask on, my gloves. I'm all decked out. And one of the ladies from the Pinnacle came up to me and was like, "You can't wear your mask inside. You're not allowed to wear your mask. You can't cover your face." And she got an attitude with me. So I got an attitude back with her, you know. And I took it off and I stuck
This
it
lady don't know
inside
who
my
Scoob
jumpsuit.
is. Yeah, she don't know who
Right.
this is.
So I was like, "You don't know who you're talking to." That's what I told her. So I took it off and I stuck it in my jumpsuit, you know what I mean? Went out my day. That's why a lot of my pictures for the Pinnacle party, I didn't have my mask on. So we get inside, we got our mosh pit, you know, we're in the mosh pit. Me and my daughter and a bunch of the people from the mosh pit. We got our own little section from the new stadium, you know, so it was pretty cool. We're right up front. And then one of the reps comes up to me and says, "Hey, about 8:30, I want you to come with me." I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" She's like, "Don't worry about it. Just about 8:30, just come with me." So about 8:30 rolls around and she comes, gets me, and she tells me, "You're gonna go on stage. We got a gift for you." I'm like, "What? I'm going on stage?" She's like, "Yeah, you're going on stage." I'm like, now I'm freaking out. You know what I'm saying? So we get around back, and then who's standing there? Sheamus, like one of my favorite wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? So I get to talk to him for like 5-10 minutes, and I was telling him about my mask, and he wanted to see it. So I took my mask out and showed him. He's like, "Oh, put that thing on, bro." So I put my mask on, and I made sure, you know, with the production people, if I can wear it. And they're all like, "Yeah, yeah." So then they call me out, but I guess, you know, dude's talking about my tweet. You know, him and Jason McCourty were talking about my tweet, and I was talking to Jason McCourty. He was asking me about my jumpsuit and stuff, and then they call me out. So I go running out, you know, and then I'm hanging out. They asked me a couple questions. I got to throw a football to people in the crowd. Everybody's going crazy, and my daughter in the video she's recording, you can hear her just screaming her head off. She's so excited, and man, it was just a time of my life. I can never thank the Titans enough for the things they do for me. It's just amazing, the things they do for me. I don't care what anybody says. That is the best organization in football. They treat fans so well. And also, I'll tell you another story. Burke Nihill him and his wife were walking by these guys, and they were going to go buy a jersey. One of the guys couldn't afford the jersey. So what does Burke and his wife do? They buy the dude a jersey. You know what I'm saying? Burke Nihill, and dude calls into the radio show on Monday, and you can see Burke Nihill in the video. You know, he's crying because, dude, you know, it's a big old thing. So, man, I love the Titans, man. It was a great night. I'll never forget, especially with my daughter there. A night I'll never forget. It was just amazing. So amazing. It was crazy.
Yeah, a lot of special stuff. And to echo that, you know, I actually heard that the radio stuff. Anybody who hasn't heard that, like, go listen to it. Podcast, YouTube, Facebook, just 104.5 The Zone. Like, it really is moving. And, you know, it just shows you, like, football team in this community, it's bigger than just a football team. I know.
Oh, yeah, man.
Since they came to Nashville, it's been a staple of Nashville, and now we're going into a new stadium. You know, I still remember the Coliseum, the Titans playing in the Coliseum.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been a huge part of the community beyond just Nashville. You know,
the fans that show they care about their team, they take care of those fans. The fans that always talking crap about the team, of course they're not going to do nothing for them fans. You know what I'm saying? But the fans that are true diehards, they take care of them, buddy. I tell you what, they do.
For sure. And it's the community. Like I said, you know, I live 45 minutes away, but when you go to a game, it's a family. You know, when you're in the stadium with other Titans fans, it truly is a family. So it's about more than just football. And this rebranding is super important. I'll admit I've cried at least 4 to 5 times watching the generational video they put out.
I was bawling under my mask. I was so glad I had my mask on because I'm bawling under my mask. Bro.
As somebody with a 1-year-old, like that really speaks to me. And being able to pass this along. And
my daughter's 24.
With a new logo.
You know what I'm saying? I've been taking my son and my daughter since they were little too. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just it's crazy.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Man, I wish I
Yeah.
could hear Max.
Yeah, why
I'll
don't you
be honest
why don't
with
you
you.
back out? Why don't you back out, Scoob, and
Come back in.
All right, I'll
Let's do
try
it.
it.
Try it one
Yeah.
more time. One more time. But yeah, man, I'll be honest with you. Watching that video is really moving. I'll be honest with you. I wish my dad was more into football. I mean, he was a basketball guy, so that we never really had that bond of sports, though. He wasn't really a sports guy. Music was our thing. But anyway, yeah, unis look great. The whole thing was great. I do agree with CJ. They probably should have put up the live stream for the people that wasn't local.
Well,
But
I do have I do have one answer to that though. That event was for the season ticket holders. That I understand people's argument, but they wanted that event to be special for the season ticket holders, and that's what that was all about. So that's the only argument I have on that.
I mean, I get it. Y'all are the heartbeat of the team because.
But I do understand why people are upset. But that was mainly for the season ticket holders.
I think it could have been season ticket members are only allowed in attendance, but then we have a streamed event for people who, you know what I'm saying, because these are.
But they did post a lot of stuff too
as well. Yeah,
they did post a lot of stuff.
And I mean, look, we live in an age where if you wanted to watch it, like there were plenty of live streams out there. I watched the whole thing. So I mean, it's it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal to me. But
my buddy Stone Titan had like 6,000 people on his view where he was live streaming. He had like 6,000 people watching it.
Yeah,
from
I personally
his live
watch
stream.
Bam Riches, but yeah, I did not watch the whole thing though. I don't want to say that. I was actually trying to avoid social media because people kept trying to spoil it for me.
Right.
And I was trying to wait for the Titans to officially release the what the jerseys were going to look like. But then before that happened, I happened to cross Bam because he's one of the people I actually follow. And
let me tell
his post and
let me tell you about Bam. Right. So Bam that he snuck right into the mosh pit with me. Didn't have a band. Bam's always finds himself in places he ain't supposed to be for some reason.
Man, Bam is
he knows how to maneuver his way into places. He's slick about that. I love Bam. He's one of my favorite people.
I agree. Bam is fun to be around.
Yeah, he's amazing. I love Bam.
So the logo, so let's talk about the other stuff. The two pieces that aren't on every jersey, because the wood block that's really quick. I want to say the wood block lettering makes a huge difference. The numbers,
it looks great,
and man, it's so much better than that stupid spear, pointy bullshit, whatever we were doing before. Great that they listened to the fans on that and went back to a blockier look. But the script, the Titan script, the I don't know what you want to call it, the alternate script or font, and then the alternate logo, the TN football, as I'm calling it. What are y'all's feelings on the TN football in the script?
The TN football, I'm whatever on. It's kind of whatever to me. Now the script and the block are interesting because if you match up those fonts, the block lettering and the script are very, very similar to the Vols. So in that, I'm going to say I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like the Tennessee block is basically the same exact font. And the script is a little bit different here and there, but, it's the same gist. So I think that was a little bit intentional. If you live in the Tennessee area, I think most people follow both teams. And having both of those on the Titans logo, I love.
And if you notice, the Tennessee changed their logo, like the state of Tennessee. They got the TN now. They changed their logo too. So I think they were trying to match kind of what the state of Tennessee's logo is too.
I agree with that. Does anybody know what Kirby's talking about? I know, Scoob, you listened to that.
They were saying they couldn't live stream it because of the music rights. That's why it couldn't be live streamed to like a Facebook or X. Because
like I said, the orchestra, bro. That 50-piece orchestra, they played Metallica, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent. They were jamming, bro. They were jamming. It sounded really good. That orchestra was fire.
I don't know. All right. So, yeah, great party, great times. That's all fantastic. Moving on to another fantastic thing that happened this week. I talked earlier in it's off season a couple shows ago about how much money we could save by cutting Calvin Ridley. If we cut him with a post-June designation, we would get something like $13.4 million. So instead, they restructure Calvin Ridley. They get him to restructure his contract.
He actually
drop
took a pay
$11
cut.
million. Yeah, it took $11 million off of his original number, which means that we kept Calvin Ridley really for $2.4 million this year. Instead of cutting him, we got to keep him for $2.4 million. That's a steal. I mean, I don't care who you are. That is, even if you're given a little bit more out of next year's cap, which, as I understand it, is the way it is. Plus, he has incentives that he can earn back in his contract. There's a lot of language in there.
Right.
But still, I think it was a great move by Mike Borgonzi to do that instead of just straight cutting him. And I think it was also a great deal by Calvin Ridley to stay with.
It shows you what kind of person Calvin Ridley is. You know what I'm saying? It shows you what kind of man he is. He wants to earn his money. You know, so it shows you what kind of player he is.
I think it was more about a dry market that he might see. I mean, if Juwan Jennings isn't getting many looks, I don't see Calvin Ridley getting a whole lot of looks either. But the point remains. I'm trying to be as positive as I can about this. Point remains that we get to keep a veteran who is already familiar with Cam Ward, and Cam Ward's familiar with him. And it's only for $2.4 million out of our pocket this year. We get to save a whole bunch of money for post draft cuts, which is where we got D-Hop. So, I mean, there's still valuable players you can pick up after the draft. But, Link, you look like you're dying to say something.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I mean, I think it was a good move on the Titans because it makes financial sense to keep a guy around. When you can get him for that price. But, I mean, to Calvin Ridley, essentially he just knew his worth. I mean, if he hit the market, I don't know that he was going to get even what the Titans just paid him. I mean, he's coming off an injury, didn't prove anything last season. So, you know, you want him to be a 1,000-yard receiver. But I think more importantly, what this shows is the mindset heading into the draft for the Titans. Like, I think Jeremiah Love is a foregone conclusion at this point.
Oh, yeah.
By keeping Calvin Ridley, I mean, he's now your number one. You bring in enough help at edge that you feel like you can address that in the second round. And then now you can go into the third with wide receiver because you have that depth in the draft and you keep Calvin Ridley in town. So, I mean, I think this basically is just the Titans saying, yeah, we're taking Jeremiah Love. Like,
well, plus you also, they said today on ESPN that the Titans have some of the fastest wide receivers as a group in the NFL. Why,
correct.
Why the new guy, Calvin Ridley,
the new
Alec, and DK are all 4.4 and 4.3 40 guys.
Yep.
All four of them guys are 4.4 and under. So we have some of the fastest wide receivers in the league right now on our team.
Well, I mean, that's been the message, right? For the last 2 to 3 years, that's been the message, is getting faster. Yeah. That's where they struggled, and that's what they've tried to address the most. And, you know, we'll see if it pays off. It's interesting, the moves that they made. I mean, Wan'Dale's clearly going to be your slot guy, which to me, that moves DK to primarily special teams and then bringing him as a gadget player. But is it Ridley and Eilmanor on the outside?
I can see DK, Eilmanor, and the other guy on the. I think they're going to all be. I don't think there's a lock spot for anybody no more. Ridley can play the slot. They all can play the slot, man. I think they're going to have them everywhere. I don't think there's one guy set in one spot this year. I think you're going to see Ridley in the spot. You're going to see Eilmanor in the slot. You're going to see DK in the slot. You're going to see the new guy in the slot. I think they're going to be moving around. I think they have the option to do that.
We'll see.
Scoob. Yeah, you're going to have to learn Wan'Dale's name, man.
I can't say his name. The new guy. He's going to be the new guy until he earns something for me.
All right. Hey, I'll give you that. But yeah, no, I agree with you actually, and I think that there will be. I think that DK will push to be an outside receiver. I think DK will push Io Manor for that outside receiver spot. So I think that's something interesting to watch during camp. Also, I think that DK and Robinson could be interchangeable at that spot. And I think that they could go with 4 wide pretty easily as well. So I don't know. There's a lot of options there.
And if you
really
got Love too, you go 4 wide with Love in the backfield. Oh my God.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. It's interesting.
You still need somebody to protect him, though. That's the only thing. If you go 4 wide with him in the backfield, you still got to protect Cam Ward. That's still a concern. So
I do want to say though that there's been some stupid talk on Twitter about trading up. The Titans aren't trading up, but if someone else was to trade up and take Love, it's all right, man. We could still take, defensive end or whatever, and then take a wide receiver in the second, and then keep going. It's not the end of the world for the Titans if we don't get Jeremiah Love.
No,
but it really would be nice if we got Jeremiah Love.
Is there anybody?
Preference, right?
Is there anybody that a team would want to give up 2 first-round picks for to move up to 4? No.
I mean, I can't imagine it.
I don't think so either.
But
unless you're trying to pick up another second, unless you're trying to pick up another high second. A mid first and a high second. But even then, because their message, look, let's go back to their message. The goal is to get as many top 100 picks as possible. Has that not been what they've said since day one? So if they're staying true to that message, now they didn't stay true to that last year because they didn't take the offer that they had and stayed at Cam Ward. So we'll see if that changes this year. But I don't know. I think for me right now, with where I'm at in the process, I would just rather them stay at 4.
We need Love.
Crazy to say it because I've been team trained, and even if it's not Love, I think you take the best edge available. I think that number 4 spot, I think you've got enough top tier talent that I would be more comfortable there than say a number 9 or number 10 with an extra second. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And let me make something else really clear for people. By the way, Dion, you brought this to my attention. Gunnar Helm is a great part of the offense. Gunnar Helm is the tight end number 1. I don't know where Titans fans or other people get off on the idea that thinking that we sign this 1-year tight end to come in and take over the money they paid him.
That's why they paid him starter money.
Okay, it doesn't matter how much you're making. It matters about your skill. I mean, AJ Brown was making a lot less.
That's why people are saying that, though, because they're paying $24 million.
But then they're not paying attention to the market because you just had a signing the day before that was a backup tight end for the same amount of money. They're just staying true to the market. And people
I know. I'm not one of them ones saying that. I'm just saying.
People need to know the salary cap goes up every year. The market price for players is going to continue to go up every year. That's just part of the game.
It's called supply and demand. I mean, it's what America is built on. It's capitalism at its best. But I just wanted to clear that up for a lot of people because there seems to be a lot of people confused that Gunnar Helm is not going to be the tight end number 1. When I say Gunnar Helm is tight end number 1, people are, saying what?
And he still has to earn that number 1 spot.
He's a bust. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. In my opinion, he's already earned the number 1 spot, but I'm sure in camp he will outshine every tight end on this roster.
I definitely believe that.
But in my opinion, he's already the number 1 tight end. That's why I was comfortable with letting Chig go before the season even ended. We were talking about letting Chig go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't see any. I won't even entertain any talk about Gunnar Helm being tight end number 2.
What about the big explosion this week that we haven't talked about, Max? Nobody?
The release of Ladarius Sneed.
Oh God!
Yeah. There you go. That is the biggest, greatest thing we could have done.
It was the most obvious move of the offseason.
That was the worst trade in Titans history, in my opinion.
Well, it came full circle. I mean, Morganzi was part of that on the Kansas City end. I mean, he gets it. He's eventually the one to let him go. So, I mean, look, I mean, it had to happen, right? Like, there was no chance Ladarius Sneed was on this team.
And did you see they had the Sneed jerseys on sale online?
I bet they're going to end up. You're going to end up in 5 years. You're going to be watching videos of a commercial of some Somalian children that are starving with Legarius Sneed Titans jerseys on because that's what they got donated because they could not sell them to any. That is terrible. I should not say stuff like that, but that is the truth. That's what they do with a lot of Titans sports equipment that they can't sell.
Right.
Anyway, I thought that was actually a funny fact I learned, I don't know, about 5 or 7 years ago.
Well, that's what they, because they make the T-shirts for both teams, whoever wins the Super Bowl, and the losing team, those get shipped overseas to Hungary, to small countries that don't have clothes and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you see a bunch of Buffalo Bills in the early 90s Super Bowl winning jerseys in Africa.
Like, I had a friend, and his mom worked for the T-shirt company, so he actually had a 2000 Titans Super Bowl shirt where they winners.
Fantastic.
But
I want that shirt just to wear it.
Right.
Be like, wait a minute. All right, so another big move that I thought was actually pretty smart by the Titans was to re-sign Joey Sly. I mean, the dude was admirable. He played well in spots. He went 28 of 35 on his field goals. He missed one extra point, which was weird. But 3 of his misses were 55 plus, were some stupid, way out of the way. And then he went 9 of 14 on his 50 plus. So, I mean, you look at him 40, 45 and under, he's almost 100%. He's like 97% or something like that. So I think it was a good signing.
Yeah,
I mean, was there anybody better than him out there? Really?
Not really.
Not
at the moment. No. So I mean, you bring him in, you bring in competition, see what happens. I mean, there's plenty of Australian dudes out there right now that could probably come in. So you got to put somebody in that spot for the time being. Joey Sly is that guy because it's convenient, and then you bring in competition and see what happens.
Right.
You hope to get the next Stonehouse or something like that, but I guess in the punt game. But I don't know what the next kicker is you're looking for. But yeah, I mean, there's always one guy that comes out every year that just surprises us. So we'll see what happens in training camp.
I want to find another Rob Baronis.
It'd be nice.
It'd be hard to find another Rob.
I was gonna say I don't know that person exists.
Right.
Rob was a once in a lifetime kind of guy, and I think that's what they always say the brightest candles burn out.
Right.
Anyway, some other signings we had that didn't really move the needle that much for me. Malik Herring, Jarek Reed, mostly special teams guys. Tony Adams was a decent safety that we signed, but again, I think he's mostly just depth or rotational at best.
Right.
Jacob Martin. That's the only one that I thought that we signed that was interesting.
Right.
He's a little old at 30 years old, but still plays at a high level. Got 5.5 sacks last year.
Right.
Feel like that's a guy.
They upgraded the depth, is what they did. They put better people in the depth.
Yeah. He's like an older version of Jalen Harrell.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I'm there. Like, I think the depth you brought in was good, and then I think the big names you brought in, the Alontae Taylor, the Wandells. Like, I think
I was going to ask you, what do y'all think about the new corners? How do y'all feel about the new corners?
It's promising. I think you definitely upgraded. You're better than you were last year on paper. I think you still have to, figure out how it's going to mesh on the field. But I definitely think you've done all you can do with what was available to upgrade the best you could, given what was there in free agency.
Yeah.
Dude, Law is a dog. He's an absolute dog, man. He sticks his nose in there. I think that is one of the under radar signings that is really going to be popping. I think he reminds me a lot of Cortland Finnegan when it comes to the way that he attacks the run game. But even better than that is the way he watches the quarterback. That's the new cornerback thing. It's not, don't watch the receiver. You watch the quarterback and you watch his eyes. You go watch some of his highlights and you'll see him peel off of his receiver more than once, to peel off of his receiver to hit somebody else or to take the ball away from the from the receiver because he read the quarterback and saw where he was going with the ball. So
which
Exactly.
can also hurt him sometimes too. That's part of the
Yeah.
tape. It's
I
one of
agree.
those players. It's one of those players who he's going to be a playmaker, but he's going to get burnt.
he's going to get burnt a couple times.
But,
you got to take that.
Teams are going to have to worry about our secondary now. Last year, they didn't care about our secondary. This year, they're going to have to plan for our secondary. They can't just say, "Oh, we can do whatever we want." They're not going to be able to do that this year. They're going to have to plan around our secondary this year.
I think that was just funny. It caught me funny, but I think that our front seven will make our secondary look better than they are. But I think our secondary is already better than it was last year.
Oh, way better.
I think both the guys we signed are better than Darrell Baker. No offense against him. You know, he made a
No, he played his heart out
the
for
best.
us, man. I was hoping they would sign him back for like a third.
I was going to say, still
corner.
good depth guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, still really good depth guy. Guy you can count on if somebody gets hurt to step up and play a game or two for you and keep you, not crazy.
Right.
So I wouldn't be upset if the Titans re-sign. I still think he's a free agent right now. I think that both these guys that we signed are better already than Darrell Baker was.
Yeah.
So
Is there anybody left out there in free agency that we're interested in? Any names that pop up still available? Wide receiver?
Nah. Not really.
no. PFF, I saw a thing earlier today on free agency.
I know everybody
PFF
wants to bring
top
Juwan
10.
Jennings in, but
That's why I ask. That's why.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Look. Juwan Jennings is a decent possession receiver. I'll give you that. He can.
He
go
doesn't
up and
drop
fight for
the ball.
He's
That's
a
one
big-bodied
thing.
guy. Yeah, he's got big hands, got long reach.
Yeah.
That's great. But Juwan Jennings is not outrunning anybody. He's not. He doesn't run precise routes. He doesn't drop his hips hard enough to. I mean, he just doesn't fly.
I don't
off the
think he
page,
fit
man.
what the Titans want. That's why he hasn't
especially
been,
not for the money that he wants.
right, and I think that's why he hasn't been signed to anybody. You got to think about it.
Well, you also have to think you just had Stephon Diggs become available. You're probably about to have AJ Brown come available. So nobody's going to set the market with Debo and Juwan Jennings when you've got Diggs and AJ
Right.
Brown about to come out.
They're
You know
not
what
going
I'm
to
saying?
release
So you're gonna
AJ,
see how
right?
that
They got
shakes.
somebody's got to trade for AJ.
I mean, it depends. I've seen crazier that we're talking about AJ Brown here, so I don't.
Right.
There
you would
is a
assume
world.
So. You would assume.
Yeah, there is a
but,
world where he gets released. Yeah.
I mean, so we see what happens, but so you see what
Yeah.
happens. But
If he
so
gets
I think-
everybody's everybody's going after him.
Nah, I don't
If
think
they
so.
can't
I don't.
restructure a deal with him and they can't restructure other people's contracts down enough to where his cap won't kill him, then yeah, they don't have a choice but to release him. So there is definitely
If
a
you
world.
release AJ Brown, he becomes the number one target at wide receiver.
I don't think he's as desirable as what people think he would be right now.
I don't know,
do
man.
not.
The
I'll
man
be
is
honest
a-
with
I mean,
you.
he's a 29-year-old wide receiver. Has he ever been All Pro? Has he ever been an All Pro?
He's been
receiver?
second
I don't
team
think
All
so.
Pro.
Yes.
Second
He's been
team
second
All-Pro.
team.
Never first team All Pro. A 29-year-old receiver. You've got a ring, but you had Jalen Hurts. You underperformed.
I mean, he's only
last year
had
with
one
what
season where
expected.
he hasn't had 1,000 yards, so he's had,
It's
He's a
basically
good
been said that his
receiver.
attitude was a side story all year. So I just don't know that the market would be what we think it is for an AJ Brown. I just don't.
He's the same thing as Stephon Diggs. He's an aging receiver who's a diva.
I don't know
Who-
that Stephon Diggs is a diva. I think Stephon Diggs completely changed that narrative with last season because
With
we saw
Buffalo?
a completely different Stephon Diggs last year. Now, granted, you just had that script flip a little bit with the way he was released, and
Right. I was about to
So-
say, because
but
they
but
didn't
to be
keep him,
fair,
so
during
obviously something's
season-
going on.
But to be fair, during season, that relationship seemed a-okay until it wasn't. So I
Right.
don't know. I don't know. There's three sides to every story. I'll say that.
Right.
Yep.
Speaking of, I mean, while we're just in NFL news, what do we think about Max Crosby and how the Ravens completely blundered?
That was weird,
talked about
dude.
this on the show at all? Like what?
We did a little bit,
bit last week.
I mean,
Crosby in the building while they're signing Hendrickson and failed physicals, and man,
I was gonna say, yeah, he failed a physical. So I mean, there's nothing
but of
really.
course, he failed a physical. He was injured, like he's in like he's in recovery. He's gonna fail a physical.
I'm not a Ravens person, but I was on the Ravens side with that one. You're gonna give up 2 first-round picks for a guy that's not even gonna start?
Fine, but why go through the pageantry of bringing him in and having the deal? Like, you knew he was going to fail the physical. He was on track with where he was supposed to be, but of course he's not going to pass a physical, right?
You know, like some people thought they were going to have Hendrickson and Max Crosby.
To me, it's a bad look for the Ravens, and now you've got reports where the Raiders are apparently coming after Lamar. And I just think right now the Ravens are in some serious disarray with what they've got going on. So I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see how it shakes out. But
I wish all the best for the Ravens.
You can't even say it with a straight face. But no, I agree with you. I think this is fantastic. I love watching the Ravens crumble. You know, and I think Harbaugh is not going to do well this season either. So I'm interested to see how that plays out in New Jersey is New York. There we go.
They play in New Jersey.
But
well, you know, the Giants are another team that had the second most free agent signings too. So we had the most. The Giants had the second most. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. Any final thoughts? I mean, to be honest, off-season shows are a lot faster than the normal in-season shows. Sometimes, I don't know. I guess it depends on whatever we get to talking about. But any final thoughts or any topics that you want to talk about or anything that you want to bring up before we wrap this thing all the way up?
I think I'm pretty set on mine. I mean, as always, you know, make sure to stay with us. Got draft coming up. Plenty more to talk about.
Yep.
I mean, God, we're going to be talking about win totals soon and predictions, and man, like it's getting there. We're almost.
I mean, if you listen to Kyle Brandt, we're going to the playoffs this year.
I don't know about that, but
let's reel that in a little bit.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's harder for me to tamp down my expectations than anybody else because even during free agency, man, we signed like 2 or 3 people, and for 2 or 3 days, I was walking around like we had just won something. You know, like I was walking around, my chest puffed out, being like, "Did you see who we signed?"
I mean, I believe we're a legit team now. We're legit. We're not just.
Yeah, you're a football team. I mean, you hope to be competitive. That's the goal.
I don't see how we can't be competitive.
That's what I said last year, dude.
I think that Saleh is a way better draw than Brian Callahan. If that's what we're talking about.
For sure.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna be interesting. I'm excited for
it. We still got to prove that we can actually perform like a real football team on the stage.
Yeah, I think the development has to be there. I think, again, like we've said and we keep saying, you know, on paper it looks good, but I also threw a party when we signed Jadeveon Clowney. So I just
and if you look at the schedule, it's not an easy schedule either. We got the shaft again. I mean, you know, some teams get easy schedules, and they just seem to not give us an easy schedule.
What's the odds? Do y'all think we get an international game? Like, it's a chance,
it's
right?
Looking
God, I hope not.
We're playing so many teams that are having an international game this year, though. That's the only thing.
Yep.
All right. I've got one for you guys, and I've actually been thinking about this for the last couple weeks now because they always announce it like, you know, about a month before we go into the pause of the actual off season of the 2 months we don't do shit. Anyway, Hard Knocks. I think out of any year, this is the year that we could be.
We don't qualify. We have a new head coach. Teams with a new head coach don't qualify.
Yep, that's true. I forgot about that. Yep.
So it would be next year, Max. We could get it next year, but not this year. Sorry, bro.
All right.
I just broke your heart.
Hey, it's all right, man. You wanna poop on my Sunday? That's fine. It's cool. I don't mind. Damn it.
Yeah, they don't let teams with a first-year coach be on Hard Knocks.
Just pop my bubble, man. I thought this was the year. I wanted
Next
it
year,
last
bro.
year.
I got a feeling next year we might be on Hard Knocks.
I don't know why I want that, just so the whole world can see how.
But I don't know if Salah's the kind of guy that would want to be on Hard Knocks.
I don't know. I think that would be a good one.
They don't give him a choice, do they? They don't.
Yeah, because Vrabel turned down Hard Knocks because they wanted to do Vrabel with. Yeah, he turned it down. Vrabel turned down Hard Knocks.
I feel like that is actually right. I feel like we were offered Hard Knocks at one point.
Vrabel said no.
Yeah, because he was so damn secretive about his practices.
Yeah,
because that really helped him.
It has officially changed. You can only decline if you have a first-year head coach. Teams can decline if they have a first-year head coach, are part of the division featured on the in-season version, or have been featured on the version of training camp. Other than that, you can no longer decline. So
there's a chance.
There's a chance.
All right.
Next year.
All right. Wait, what? You just
I guess they could if he wanted to do it the way that this talks. I guess he could because there's 16 teams that are eligible, but he could decline because he's a first-year head coach,
right? Which
I would assume he probably would, right? Like nobody's going to volunteer.
No,
so he could be forced to do it next year.
Yeah,
why would I mean? I'll be honest. If I was a first-year head coach, I
don't want that publicized. Absolutely not.
No,
I want to get. I want to get my culture set. I want to get my culture set. I do not want cameras while I'm trying to set a culture. Absolutely not. No way.
Next year, I'm down for
I guess I can see
new stadium. New stadium. New stadium. All the new stuff next year. I'd be down for Hard Knocks.
That's a good one right there. We got 0 primetime games this year. What's your over-under number for primetime games this year?
Man, 1.
Yeah, I'd say 1.5. If we're doing over-under, I'd say 1.5. I think 1 is. I think you might get 1, 2 max. So I'd say if you're setting it over-under, it's 1.5.
And it's going to be a Thursday night game.
Are we playing the Jets at any point this year? I think we do, right?
Know.
Do we not play the Jets this year? I think we do.
I don't know who we play. I know we play Baltimore. I know we play Cincinnati. So I think we play that division. We play the Browns.
You do play the Jets at home this year. You played the Jets at home this year.
We play the Jets at home?
Yep.
Okay.
If that's on the end of the schedule, look that one to be having an asterisk on it that says flex.
Right. It'll be interesting to see.
Just throwing it out there. Especially if Tennessee's like, 6-6 or something like that, going into that game or something silly like that.
So if we're talking primetime, your home games are, of course, you've got your divisional games, but then you're looking at Cleveland, Jets, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Washington. Any of those primetime?
Pittsburgh's a home game? Oh man, that's gonna suck because half the stadium will have Pittsburgh. What kills me?
Come on, man.
What kills me is you have Titans fans that wear Titans jerseys, and then when the Steelers come to town, they're wearing a damn Steelers jersey. And that's what kills me about the damn Titans and Steelers fans around here. Because I know people that wear Titans jerseys all year, but when the Steelers come, they're in a Steelers jersey. And that just kills me when I see people do that.
Well, look, man, I kind of understand that because I live right outside of Knoxville and I'm a Georgia fan. So
right,
I am a Georgia, or I root for UT usually like at least 11 weeks.
Right.
But that 12th week, I'm like, or that 13th, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. I'm not that big of a college fan. But anyway, that 1 week they play UT, I kind of take off my orange shit and put red and black stuff on, and I'm like, let's go.
I hear
You know, it's
No
nothing
comment.
personal. It's
Now you know
nothing
that
personal.
that game could be a Sunday night game. That Pittsburgh game.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
it'd be all the same if I was really into high school football. I would root for my Blue Devils right here in my hometown where we're at. You know, I coach for the little league, so I'd be rooting for them, unless they went to state against Cookville. Because if they did that, then I'd have to be like, nah, man, that's my home. I played for that team. You know, to
Right.
hell with y'all. Sorry, man. That's just loyalty.
I hear you. I hear you.
Anyway, I think that's it. We got any
Yeah.
more thoughts?
I like it. I'm
No,
psyched.
man, tighten up, y'all. Have a great day.
All
Have
right.
a great week. Live life.
Absolutely.
Don't
Thank
let
you so much
anybody
for
stop
hanging
you
out
from
with us.
being a great person. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We appreciate you hanging out with us. By the way, everybody keep your eyes open because we are going to do a giveaway that interacts with the show. You have to be interacting
Yes,
with
sir.
the show. It's going to happen this week, so keep your eyes open. Next show, you will have to interact with the show to be qualified for it. But all you got to do is drop a comment or something like that, which is super easy, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, we love you. Thank you. Till next time, tighten up.
Tighten up.
Peace out.